All right. Peace, love, and light to all my brothers and sisters. So by the title, you already know what it's gonna be about. Death is an illusion. These are the books that I referenced in this video. You're gonna see this again in the PowerPoint. But these is it. All right. So let's get right into it. All right. First, before I start this video, I'm gonna tell you guys what I know. And it's cold in this bitch. I'm gonna tell you guys what I know about this realm of reality that we live in called planet Earth. All right. I'm gonna tell you guys what I know, just in a nutshell. Just in a nutshell, real quick. So this realm of reality is a prison within a prison. The prisoner is your soul, which is your true self. Okay. Um, Before we came down here, before we fell, we had to go to sleep. We were energy, just energy, infinite, eternal energy. Nothing can stop us at all. So I'm not going to say we had to die. I'm going to say we went to sleep and we came down into darkness. Now, this physical body is the vehicle that I'm using to travel down here. All right. So when I fell down, um, my real self got inside the driver's seat of this vehicle. So let's say at the age 18 was when you start to start remembering who you truly are, because you start researching, you start asking yourself questions. Why am I here? Who am I really? Where do I go after this? Is this really it? This all really reality? Once you ask yourself these questions and you start researching on thyself and start knowing thyself, that's when you start awakening your true self within you, which is your soul, your light, energy, whatever you call it, right? So, so from 0 to 17 years old, your car was on cruise control, if you will. Your car was on cruise control. It was Walking Dead. It was the Sleeping Giant. It didn't. It was just believing everything outside of itself, distracted by everything in this world. You know what I'm saying? So until you awaken, and when you awaken, your soul wakes up from this sleeping state, and then it takes the car, it takes the vehicle off of cruise control, and it starts driving itself. That's your resurrection. That's your rebirth. Because you're no longer, once you do that, you're no longer walking dead. You are aware that this vehicle is not really you. You are aware that this vehicle is what you're using while you're down here for a little while. So when we fell down here, they call it the Anunnaki, Nephilim, Elohim, because we are the gods. We fell down here to we fell down to the lowest state realm of reality here on Earth, the prison. We fell down here on Earth to one day rise ourselves back up to ascension, to break out of this whole realm, to break out of these bars or these chains. We gotta break these chains, break these bars to ascend out of here. Now I told you this is a prison within a prison. The first prison is this. The second prison is your mind. Understand? Um, the ultimate goal is to ascend. How you going to ascend? The only way you can ascend, the only way you can ascend truly is through death. Is how you get out. You want to get out of this reality, you have to die. You have to. But I don't like to say die like that. But look, energy is energy is what we really are. We are really spiritual beings. We're energy. Energy does not die, destroy, and abdicated. Now, this picture here is out of the movie Men in Black. Okay, this is the owner of the cat that had Orion's belt around the cat's necklace. This is the owner. He died. His face came off, as you see now. And the real driver of his physical body, which is his real self, was the alien in his head. They showed us this in the movie. Your soul, just like this alien here, your soul is inside your mind, sleeping dormant within you until you awaken it through studying and becoming aware of yourself and who you are, how you got here, how you getting out, and why you came here, and start fulfilling your purpose and your mission. Start fulfilling your purpose and your mission. So this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. All right. The hardest prison to escape is your mind. Break the prison. Don't let anything hold you back. So the gods fell down and into the prison within a prison. We forgot everything. We forgot who we were. Everything. Man is condemned to be free because once thrown into the prison of his mind, he is at the mercy of his thoughts. Escape the prison of your mind by living life in the present moment with passion, gratitude, and love. All right. Escape, ascension, death. It's the only way how you escape. Through death is how you escape. That's the only way. Well, we partially escape through like sleep, dreams, sleep, daydreams, and things like that. But the true escape is through death. So this is what it is. Transform from niggas to gods, right? Look, we are energy. Energy is in a constant. Energy is constantly changing, transforming, changing, the same thing. This is why we came down here. We came down here to grow, learn, evolve, transform, and ascend. That's all happens when you start rising back up that ladder. Once you start going back up that ladder to where you came from and ascending, this is what happens. You start to transform from a nigga to a god. Period. And that's the test. That's the test to see if you can do it, to see if you can become what you were. Can you remember who you were? Can you remember where you came from? Can you remember why you came here, how you got here, and how the hell you getting out? After being sentenced in this prison, after being down to the lowest point of the galaxy, can you remember who you are? That's the big test. That's the big test. And that's how I see this. That's how I see this illusionary world. This planet here. It's a learning process where gods come down to prove themselves worthy of being gods. Period. So you can ascend and go back where you come from. That's different planets, galaxies, star systems, wherever you come from. Every soul has a reason for wherever you come from. But I know for a fact, wherever you go, it's going to be free. You're going to be free. This planet is a prison planet. It's the worst place you can be. Now here's the trick with this planet, with this prison planet. Here's the trick. Now when you come down here, let's say you do remember, and you ascend back home to the spiritual realm, to universe, whatever you call it, back home. Let's say you don't. Why you reincarnate? It's like it's a big test. If you don't remember, you gotta reincarnate or retest. You know what I'm saying? You gotta retest until you pass the test, until you get it right, until you become a god. Period. So let's get back. Let's get into this video. All right. Thanatology is a noun, the scientific study of death and practices associated with it. That's what we're going to be talking about. Thanatology. That's what it is. Scientific study of death and practices associated with it. All right. Reincarnation. Reincarnation. Reincarnation is the soul's journey back to the creator through multiple physical incarnations. In each lifetime, the soul returns to learn something new and correct a different aspect of itself. Our past choices may determine where we start in this life, but it is our present choices that will determine where we go next. An understanding of reincarnation can take us from feeling like victims to becoming the cause in our lives. With this awareness, life can make more sense and be infinitely more fulfilling. All right. Through the process of reincarnation, we have all lived on other planets and in other dimensions, and we will continue to do so after our lessons on Earth have been completed. Earth is merely a school, one of many in our long education, said by Dolores Cannon. All right, now I'm gonna go touch on some different cultures and see what they believe death to be. Hinduism. Hinduism believes in the rebirth and reincarnation of souls. The souls are immortal and imperishable. Excuse me. A soul is part of a jiva or being. A soul is part of a being, the limited being who is subject to the impurities of attachment, delusion, and laws of karma. Death is therefore not a great calamity, not an end of all, but a natural process in the existence of the being as a separate entity, a resting period during which it recuperates, reassembles its resources, adjusts its course, and returns again to the earth to continue its journey. In Hinduism, unless a soul is liberated, neither life nor afterlife are permanent. They are both part of a grand illusion. Most Hindus believe that humans are in a cycle of death and rebirth called samsara. Hinduism teaches that through enlightened knowledge, the cycle can be broken. So in Hinduism, they have this word right here called Maya. This is a Hindu word, Maya. It has two definitions, as you can see. It's a noun. First definition, it says that the supernatural power wielded by gods and demons to produce illusions. The second definition is the power by which the universe becomes manifest, the illusion or appearance of the phenomenal world. Mayans believe. Let's see what the Mayans believe on death. But first, Maya. Our ancient ancestors called this. They called this world Maya. They said that this was a dream. This is not real. This is just this is just Maya. It's just an illusion. Now, the Mayans believe that the soul is birth. Only death or sickness can part the body and soul. With death being the permanent parting, to them, there is an afterlife that the soul reaches out to death. In that, the deceased ancestors can still call, answering advice when they are asked. This contact can be used at certain times in the season or when certain family matters pertain to the ancestors. Understanding the perception of what the afterlife can give ideas toward what rituals need to be performed and what types of items one must be buried with in order to successfully navigate the afterlife. Okay, the Aboriginal Australian beliefs on death. The Australians believe that life is a never-ending cycle. You are born, you die, you are born again. The Aboriginals worship many Australia's animals, and as they have a life cycle, they believe that there's no reason humans can't have one either. One version of this is an infamous Aboriginal idea known as eternal dreaming. Eternal. This was a huge part of their culture and formed the basis for many of their ideas. In this version, death is seen as a rebirth from your previous life, similar to the idea of a life cycle. You are reborn again. Another belief is that the soul of a person goes to the land of the dreaming ancestors, which is where all of their gods and ancestors are. Kind of like that movie, Black Panther, in the beginning when he won his first fight to become king. Well, defending his crown, right? When they did that ritual, he had to lay down in that sand, and from there he went to the um to the other dimension, and that's where he talked to his ancestors. He talked to his dad. That's kind of like this the dream and ancestors. Here, the Aboriginals believe, in my opinion. Many different groups in Australia had many different beliefs. Some believe that you had two souls and they merged death. All right, the ancient Egyptians beliefs on death. Ancient Egyptian culture and complex beliefs concerning death and the afterlife, which evolved over thousands of years. The Egyptians envisioned the afterlife as a continuation of one's earthly life. Death was not a final state, but a transitional stage in the cycle of life from the world of the living to the world of the dead. It was a stage in the cycle of the life from the world of the living to the world of the dead. Egyptian belief encompassed strict protocols for burials and funerary rituals to ensure the continued existence in the individual in the world beyond. Among these customs was the preservation of the deceased body. Through mummification, the corpse was transformed into a new body destined to rise again. The of the body was essential because it was believed that the soul and individual personality of the deceased continued to live in the body after death. The passage to the afterlife was complex and dangerous. The deceased had to pass a series of difficult tests, aided by instructions from the Book of the Dead, protective amulets, and talismans. Final judgment took place before Osiris, the god of the dead. And the final judgment, the deceased heart was weighed against the feather of truth. If the scale was balanced, Osiris permitted the deceased to enter the field of reeds, paradise world of plenty. If the heart was heavy with sin, the crocodile-headed monster Ammit devoured the deceased, and his or her afterlife ended in torment and shame. Now, ended in torment and shame. Okay, if the heart was heavy with sin, the crocodile-headed monster, I believe that's just talking about reincarnation. If it was lighter than a feather, you went to this paradise realm. There's many of them. If it was heavier, you got to reincarnate and try again. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. Torment, shame. You in hell. You got to reincarnate again. All right. American Indian beliefs on death. American Indian cultures greatly touch on afterlife belief. According to such culture and tradition, a person bears two souls. One of them is free, meaning that it is not here, meaning that it can be independent from the actual body and can live even after death. The other, which is referred to as the vital soul, is the one that helps the body breathe and move. This particular soul can never survive death. Therefore, it is lost when a person dies. When it comes to Native American cultures, the world of the dead is described differently. Some say it's others likened to the gloomy and dark world of hell or Hades. Shamans, or also known as healers, are instrumental in helping the dead continue the journey. It is believed that the spirit takes a journey towards a new home. However, not all spirits are keen to move on. Some prefer to stay in the world of the living and be with their friends and family. If this happens and these spirits started bothering the living, Ashana will be called to talk to the spirits and guide them on their journey. So before I go ahead, all these cultures believed in the afterlife. All these cultures believe that death is not the end all. So we should not be scared of dying. We should look at death as a part of life. We should look forward to death. Like if I buy a book and I pay for 2 day shipping and it's Tuesday, that means it's coming Thursday. Just like how I'm looking forward to that book being in the mailbox on Thursday, you should be looking forward to death one day. Reality is the illusion created by the mind. Based on the perception, change the perception, and reality changes. Change your thoughts, and your world will change. Mentalism. That's the first law of Lord Thoth. Um, um, Mind is all, universe is mental. So if you wanted to change your world or change your universe, you have to change. You have to become master of your thoughts. You have to become master of your mind. Period. The theory, the theory that the theory that reality, as we consciously experience it, is not real, goes back to the indigenous people who believe that we're illusion. In our current timeline, we refer to the art. In our current timeline, we refer to the vital reality, grid simulations, and hologram. There are those trying to prove the simulation exists and others who are trying to break us out of it. Time is an illusion. Therefore, so is everything else. The universe is a consciousness, hologram, or simulation. Reality is a projected illusion within. It is a virtual experiment created in linear time to study emotions. Our simulation is composed of grids created by us source consciousness brought into awareness by electromagnetic energy at the physical level. The hologram is created and linked through a web of grid matrices, other matrices. So in that movie, The 13th Floor, go look at the truth scene. The girl tells the guy, your reality is the only reality that has your reality is the only reality that is a simulation within a simulation. He asked her, well, how many of there how many worlds are like this? She said thousands. Thousands. That's in the movie 13th Floor. This world is nothing but an objectified dream, says Yogananda, and whatever your powerful mind believes very intensely, instantly comes to pass. Yogananda is a yogi in India. And that was in the holographic Albert. He said that this world is nothing but a objectified dream, and whatever your powerful mind believes very intensely, instantly comes to pass. Prybram realized that if the holographic brain model was taken to its logical conclusion, it opened a door on the possibility that the objective reality, the world of the coffee cups, mountain visits, elm trees, and table lamps might not even exist, or at least not exist in the way we believe it to exist. Was it possible, he wondered, that what the mystics had been saying for centuries was true? Reality was Maya, an illusion, and what was out there was really a vast resonating symphony, a frequency domain that was transformed into the world as we know it only after it entered our senses. Realizing that the solution he was seeking might lie outside the province's own field, he went to his physicist's son for advice. His son recommended he look into the work of a physicist named David Bohm. When Prybram did, he was electrified. He not only found the answer to his question, but also discovered that according to Bohm, The entire universe was a hologram. You'll find that in The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbert. We all begin with God and are sent out to learn and experience. Many other planets have easier courses of learning. The Earth school is the most difficult in the universe. The Earth school is the most difficult in the universe. Only the bravest souls on for this assignment. That's why I say everyone that comes down here, everybody that is born with a soul has a purpose, has a mission, has a reason for coming down here. And that is to learn, to grow, to evolve, transform, to ascend. The world is a school. We are here to learn, and our presence here proves our need of instruction. Every living creature is struggling to break the strangling bounds of limitation, that pressing narrowness which inhabits vision and leaves the life without an idea or ideal. Every soul is engaged in a great work, the labor of personal liberation from the state of ignorance. The world is a great prison. It is a prisoner until at last he earns the right or she earns the right to tear these bars from their moldering sockets and paths, illuminated and inspired into the darkness which becomes lightened by that presence. All people seek the temple where God dwells, where the spirit of the great truth illuminates the shadow of the human ignorance. But they know not which way to turn, nor where this temple is. I'm going to read it again. All people seek the temple where the spirit of the great truth illuminates the shadows of human ignorance. But they know not which way to turn, nor where this temple is. I'm here to tell you, the temple is your physical body, or it's your physical body, your mind. That's the true temple, not the mass church or your church on the corner. It's your physical body, your mind, to be exact. And that was in the Lost Keys of Freemasonry by Manly P. Hall. The imprisonment in the subterranean vault was to remind the disciple that the body is the tomb of the soul. Mortal life is lived in a prison of matter and sublunary sphere that only initiation can release the soul from darkness. Man, the imprisonment in the self remind the disciple that the body is the tomb of the soul. The mortal life is lived in the prison of matter and sublunary sphere that only initiation can release the soul from darkness. Darkness is this physical world we live in. Darkness, hell. We are in it right now. This is where you are at. And dark keep you in dark. The king, the so-called government, they keep you in darkness. You gotta find us. You gotta find it on your own. Find it on your own. You ain't gonna find this. You ain't gonna find this on the TV. If this is being taught on the TV, whoever being presented, if this is being taught on the TV, whoever decided to put that on TV is probably going to be in big trouble. Let's just say that. Every man reflecting upon truth while imprisoned in the darkness of ignorance is a philosopher searching for reality, even though limited by the inequities of the environment. Literature is made up of thoughts of the imprisoned. Literature is made up of the thoughts of the imprisoned. That came out the Lost Keys of Freemasonry. So here it says that imprisoned and the body is the tomb of the soul. The body is the tomb of the soul. The mortal life is lived in the prison. This is to me. The mortal life is lived in the prison of matter. The only initiation can release the soul from darkness. You have to remember why you came here. Remember because you have forgot. You gotta remember what you came down here for. It wasn't just to, you know, uh, uh, just to pay bills and get a nice fancy car, a nice house. Those is that just happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what you wanted. We have to cope with the physical realm and the spiritual realm. You have to live here and be there. This is how we being here in this physical realm. You know, if you want to buy a new car, you want to buy a house, all that, you need money. You need money. So we acquire money to get these things, right? You use that job as a stepping stone to do the things you really want to do. Use that job as a stepping stone to get where you want to be. And that's financially free. That's on no one's schedule. So you can do whatever you want to do. Period. We are eternal. Our spirit can never die or be destroyed. We are fellow travelers in the game of life. This makes us all brothers and sisters in the grand plan of creation. We are all one in the eyes of God. We are all one. Check it. Game of life. We are all fellow travelers in this game of life. So if death is an illusion and this is an illusion, so I should just kill myself. No, no, no. Kill yourself? That's not even an option. Uh, that's not even an option. If this is a game of life that we are living, if you kill yourself, that's just cheating. You cheating the game. That's not the way. That's not the way. You can't just kill yourself. You cheating. You cheating yourself. You cheating the game. You're just gonna reincarnate in a worse position than you were in already. You cheating yourself. You don't want to do that. We are dead stars. The only thing that can make a bigger atom, I said autumn. The only thing that can make a bigger atom than hydrogen is a star. The entire periodic table, every element you ever heard was at the body of the star. The star then unraveled or exploded, and here we are. Here we are, down here in this physical realm. Remember I told y'all, every man, and the Emerald Tablets told us, every man is bound. Every man is a star bound to a physical body. And that's facts. Everything in the physical world is made out of atoms. Atoms or atoms are made out of energy, and energy is made out of consciousness. Atoms consist of 19 atoms consist of 99.9 of empty space. That means the computer you're looking at, the chair you're sitting on, and you yourself are mostly not there. This realm is an illusion. Our ancient ancestors was right. They said this world is Maya. This world is Maya. This is not an illusion. You just come here to learn, grow, transform, evolve, transform, and then ascend. Period. Just for a little while. Death is just an illusion. We are all energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can change form from one to another. Soul does not die. It is only energy transforming matter to particle, what we perceive as death. They say death is an illusion. We are all energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can change form from one to another. Which what happens? You just transform to one. You get a new physical body, a new vehicle. That's it. You transform. You ascend. You get a new vehicle. Your energy just transforms into another vehicle. Transform from one to another. Soul does not die. It is only energy transforming matter to particle, what we perceive as death. This world is nothing an illusion. Death is the release. So escape. If you want to really escape, you gotta die. You gotta die. Death is the ultimate. Death is the ultimate goal. Because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. There was 4 facts the doctors knew when you came out that womb that day in the hospital. When you first came out crying, first came out that womb. These 4 facts the doctors knew, and your mom knew. They knew the time of birth. They knew whether if you were male or female. They knew. Um, they knew your birth date, and they knew one day that you were going to die. That's facts. Because life equals death, and death equals life. You are not your body. You are not your brain, not even your mind. You are spirit. In other words, you are energy. All you have to do is reawaken to the memory, to remember who you are, why you came here, how you get here, how you getting out. Why did you come here? You have a purpose. You have a mission to fulfill. The prophet here drinks of the water of remembrance, the ambrosial drink of the gods. The soul participates again in perfect consciousness or the divine realization, which has been concealed by the mortal state, by this state we are here now. You have forgotten who you are. And this physical body, back when you were from 0 to 16, you didn't know who you was. You forgot. Prior to coming down here, you had to hit that restart button. You didn't know nothing prior coming down here. When you got into that baby brain, you didn't know nothing. The soul participates again in perfect consciousness of the divine realization, which has been concealed by the mortal state. When descension, the entity is said to drink up the water of forgetfulness, but when ascending again into perfect knowing, regains its memory of spiritual origin and divine purpose. So when you, what that's saying is, when you start to remember or search of who you are, and you start knowing thyself, once you know thyself, you know who everyone else is around you or outside the world. You know who that you are, God, and you know who everyone else is outside yourself. But when ascending again into perfect knowing, regains his memory of spiritual origin and divine purpose. What's that? Both. This is in the Lost Keys of Freemasonry by Manly P. Hall. Holographic Universe, Manly P. Hall, Lost Keys of Freemasonry. It's both great books. Great books. Y'all need to get them. You think of yourselves as humans searching for a spiritual awakening, when in fact you are spiritual beings attempting to cope with a human awakening. So in other words, you are not the body. You are the soul, or you are the energy. You are a soul that has a body now. You are not the body you are not the human trying to have a spiritual awakening. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, here to remember who you are, why you came. All right. Seeing yourself from the perspective of the spirit within will help you to remember why you came here and what you came to do. One shall ye be with the masters of mystery, conquerors of death and masters of life. Ye shall learn of the flower of Amenti, the blossom of life that shines in the halls. In spirit shall ye reach the halls of Amenti, and bring back the wisdom that liveth in light. Know ye, the gateway to power is secret. Know ye, the gateway to life is through death. Through death but not as you know death. It's life and it's fire and it's light. That's said in the Emerald Tablets by Lord Toth. You can find that. That text is the oldest text from all my research. The Emerald Tablets is, I believe, 3,600 years old. That is the oldest book that I know. That's the oldest book. I don't physically have that text, but I have that PDF that I got for free off Google. You know what I'm saying? I can get the same thing. Just put up Emerald Tablets PDF. You can download that thing right now for free. In the oldest book in the world, it says, "Know ye the gateway to life is through death." The gateway to life is through death. So through death is life. So the oldest text in the world is saying, I'm not living right now. You're not living right now. You are actually dead. You're actually dead, or you're actually sleeping. Through death is when you truly awaken. Through death is when you become alive. That's what this text is saying. Know ye the gateway to the life is through death. Through death, but not as you know death, but a death that is lighter and it's light. We do not die. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on the ripened grain, gentle autumn rain. When you awake in the morning hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of singing birds in the circle flight. I am the star night. Do not stand at my grave and cry, I am not there. I did not die. Death is an illusion. Life never ends. We just go on after our education is done here on Earth. And I told y'all, Earth is like a school to me. It's a school to me. Prison. It's a prison on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Want to get it, or you got to keep reincarnating until you do get it. That's what I know. All right, so we coming to the end of the video, but these is the 3 books, the 3 texts that I refer y'all to get. All right, the Emerald Tablets by Lord Toth, you can get on Google. The PDF is free. You can download it. That's how I got it. All right, the Holographic Universe by Michael Talbert, I got that off of Amazon. It is it's $16.99. The Lost Keys of Freemasonry by Melanie P. Hall. That's $18.95. All great books. They are great books. Great text. If I had to choose one for you to get first, me personally, I would tell you to get the oldest book in the world. I would tell you to get that first. And then after that, I'll because you can get that for free. So you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not paying for nothing. And niggas, free is their favorite word. So you get that for free. Holographic Universe, I would get that first. Holographic Universe, I would get that first. Yeah. But also movies. If you don't want to read no book, nigga, you don't want to read no book. You don't read. We got these movies for you. All these movies tell you that this world is an illusion. It is not real. Matrix say this is a dream. This is a dream world. Inception say this is a dream within a dream. This is a simulation within a simulation. This shit ain't real. This is what these movies are trying to tell you. if you know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? So 13th Floor, Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, and Matrix with Kenny Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, all great movies. And I'm gonna put y'all on some right now. Website right now. All right, this website here is called M4UFree.tv. You can watch any movie you want on this website for free. Yeah, I said it. I said it, my niggas. I said free. To all my niggas out there, I said it. I said free. Matrix. So you want to watch Matrix? Want to do his thing. And then, boom. They got them all right here. 1, 2, and 3. What you want to watch? Dark City. Dark City. They got it. What you want to watch? Inception. They got it. 13th Floor. They got it. You know what I'm saying? They got all the new movies coming out. The new Black Mirror. I watched that. That's a good one. Top TV series. You know, they got TV series and everything. But y'all get the point. M4UFree.tv. This is the website. All right, so say you want to watch this Black Mirror real quick. I'm gonna show y'all how to watch the movie. And I don't know if it works on phone or on your phones or not, but I know it works on laptop. So look. So when this new page come up, you just exit out and then press play. It's real quick. All right, let it load up. Let it load up. All right, so you press play. Here's that new page. You just X that out. Press play again. Let it load up. Now what's this? Skip that. Now this is a private site, so you're gonna have all that. You're gonna have all type of shit pop up that movie. So look, see that screen? You press X. Skip all. Black Mirror. Press play. And boom, you got it. 1 hour, 33 minutes, 12 seconds. You got the movie. You can skip. And you got it. Period. And you can do it. Boom, I get the point though. M4U.free.com. M4UTV.com. Now remember, this is my quote. Save yourself. Save yourself. Ain't no one doing it for you. You gotta save yourself. Why? Because only you can save yourself. Period. Period. Save yourself. And that's how I'm concluding this video. To all my brothers and sisters, wherever you are in the world, peace, love, and light. Y'all have a good one.